name. Like, literally, you can't have a vowel and then a bunch of consonants to make up a last name. It just doesn't work. Alexander Usyk. I would love to see how the British try to pop that one out. Blast Tony Bellew for the knockout win in 8. By the way, didn't carry the overs. It was the unders. Big shout out to Paul Cuff, who was all over Tony Bellew plus the overs, and I loved his logic. You would be 100% wrong, bro. Tony Bellew was anything but the overmatched mark many considered him Saturday night. Eventually, though, Alexander Usyk's skill and strength were just too much, period. The unbeaten Ukrainian southpaw ended what had been a very competitive cruiserweight title bout by blasting Bellew with a left hand and knocked out the popular British boxer in 8 rounds at Manchester Arena in Manchester, England. Several left hands Usyk landed earlier in the 8th round seemed to affect Bellew. Then, with Bellew backed towards the ropes, Usyk uncorked a straight left hand and dumped Bellew flat on his back with 1 minute and 10 seconds to go in round number 8. Bellew landed awkwardly as his head hit the ropes, period. The brave Bellew attempted to get up, but the referee, Terry O'Connor, see, it's an Irish conspiracy, Andrew, waved an end to the bout with Bellew on his knees. Here's what I'm saying. Terry O'Connor cost you the fight. I think the people of England should take back over Ireland, and that's what I'm saying. England should invade Ireland. What do you think?
Nah, I don't know.
What? You don't want World War? It's good business for our country, man.
Yeah, it's good business. Boxing's good business in Europe right now. What an excellent crowd. Excellent fight. These guys throw down. They're not in their points. You know, when you're talking about everyone was fighting tight in the contender finale, doesn't American fighters right now just fight tight? Everything's about a point system. Everything's about $1, right? If it don't make money, it don't make sense type of attitude right now in America. That's all of our fighters, not just the contender, I believe. And in Europe, they're not getting that. They're getting the fights they want. The crowds are showing up. It always looks like a fucking party at all of their singing, their cheering. I don't, they have clearly taken over. I've said it before, say it again. They've clearly taken over. I think you can add Usyk's name, another fighter to the top 10. Might as well look at the top 10. Might as well look it up right now and see who we're dropping, because this guy Usyk, Lee, he's the gold medal winner in 15 fights. He's the fastest undisputed cruiserweight champ. He won the tournament.
Nobody gives a shit about the division.
No, a lot of people give a shit over there. No, sorry, this dude's about to go global. He's another fucking Lomachenko. He's another Triple G. He's another Kostya Tszyu. Like, this guy is big.
Fight in Vegas. Fight in Vegas. Show it to me.
Vegas really don't matter no more, bro. You know what matters is how many views are you getting on DAZN stream app.
Yeah,
and he gets
true.
a lot. You know it. You predicted this, and it's happening right in front of our eyes. This guy, the fastest cruiserweight undisputed champ, gold medal winner, white. Lee loves that.
I love white fighters.
No, you know what I'm saying. They sell,
right.
man. Not only there's a drive for a white fighter to succeed amongst white fans, just like brown fans, black fans. Everybody likes their own countrymen to succeed. Then you have the back turn, what Lee always says. You have the little race war in like every matchup that he's in, right? They can put this guy versus this guy, rawr, and we all love it. We all eat it up. So he has everything going for him right now. I don't know if he wants to go to the heavyweight so fast. Look, what I seen yesterday, he was still very hittable. His defense wasn't perfect.
Here's the problem, Andrew. The top 10 in the cruiserweight division, it's pretty much all white.
A white guy, I know. A lot over there. Listen, DAZN is from the UK, so they don't mind doing matchups with these guys and not even bringing them to America. This company is making $500 million a month fighting out there.
Murat Gassiev, who's 25-0.
And
Maurice
some of these
Bredis, who's 23-0.
And I think two of these guys are already tied up in the second World Series boxing series that it's not getting as much hype because Usyk isn't involved. You got to remember.
Marco Huck is still around and ranked in the top 10. Good Lord. How long has Marco Huck been around?
And then, the kid, Tibbet, he's undefeated from America. He's one of Floyd Mayweather.
Tabiti, get it right. He's promoted by Floyd Mayweather. Right.
Yes. He can be a fighter Usyk's looking at in the future. Like, I don't know if Usyk wants to jump to the heavyweights right now. If I was them, he's 31, so that might be the rush on getting him there. But if I was them, wouldn't you wait for these heavyweights to battle it out a little, then come in about a year or two later? Well, I mean, yeah. Adonis Stevenson was talking about fighting Tony Bellew in a rematch. If I was their people, why am I hitting up the media about why didn't Adonis Stevenson call out Usyk? You scared? You this? Start those, tension up or whatever. Get Adonis talking about Usyk, moving up. This is two undisputed champions in divisions. It's not a bad fight. I get the PBC thing, but I'm talking Usyk could get his name even that much more marketable if you can prove, just like Kovalev did, if you can prove that Adonis Stevenson wants no part of you. That's what they did. They pressured Adonis Stevenson into a corner. They even fought the mandatory he ducked for 2-3 years, Alvarez. Now, Kovalev lost to him, but he still made – how bad did they make Adonis Stevenson look to the point where Kovalev was even more marketable without even fighting the king of the division? Usyk can do the same thing to him. Usyk can fight a few more times. Look, they got another cruiserweight tournament happening. It's already like in the finals. I believe the two guys that won this weekend, I think that's it. Them two are going to fight, and then they have another champ. He can fight Usyk. And I can't pronounce their name, so excuse me for that. I don't know if I put them in the – all right, we would have talked about it. I didn't even put them in the news. Yeah. My bad, Lee. I should have put him in the news today because it is about Usyk. And this guy's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere, Lee. He's got tattoos. He's 6'3". He's undefeated.
He's the president of the Aryan Nation.
He's got a little bounce to him. The jab straight left. It was an incredible knockout. Look, Bellew. Now, this is another thing. The guy moved down to cruiserweight. So how much do we take away from the win? The fact that he lost weight to get paid, right? That's Fight Net's famous saying. So I don't know if I want to move him to heavyweights so fast. I would stay at the cruiserweight division, defend your title. You know, another thing that's amazing about this guy, when you look up his record, his last 3 fights have been all in his opponent's backyards, and he's knocked out every single one. Like, the dude's legit. This guy, I'm telling you, did you look up the pound-for-pound ranking yet? Who are you dropping, Lee? Somebody's got to go. This isn't the Floyd Mayweather era no more. Usyk deserves his top 10 ranking now. The guy's got all the titles. He defended them in Bellew's backyard. Who goes? I don't know. You got Luis Neri there. Boom. That's right.
Well, it's at the top. Okay, if we're going by the fattest living landmass, he's got a photo of. He's got a picture of Alexander Usyk at the top of his pound for pound rankings.
Good.
So his pound for pound right now. By the way, for those that don't know or don't listen to the show previously, the fattest living landmass is who, Andrew?
Dan and Lee. He's top 3 in the world already. So scratch that whole segment.
Number 1 is Vasily Lomachenko. Number 2 is Terrence Crawford. Number 3 is Gennady Golovkin. Didn't he lose? Mikey Garcia, Errol Spence Jr., Noe Inoue. Number 7 is Rung Vinzai. Number 8 is Alexander Usyk. Number 9 is Anthony Joshua. Number 10 is Deontay Wilder. Boy, is this an ass-kissing top 10.
Yeah, BoxRec put Usyk at number 3.
Boy, get the shit off your tongue for that list.
And I actually like BoxRec's
I go by Box. I use either BoxRec. I'll tell you the other one that I use a lot. The IBO computer ranked version, which is just literally by giving a point valuation based on the fighters they fight. I've always been a fan of the IBO structure.
Oh, you got Crawford, Alvarez, Usyk, Golovkin, Lomachenko. Boy, are they coming. Those they're coming because look at you got Gennadi's already in negotiation with DAZN. All right, people, we know Gennadi's his next fight's gonna be on DAZN, which means he's gonna see Canelo again. I don't know if Canelo and De La Hoya thought this one out. If knowing the fact that Triple G was gonna move to super middleweight, possibly fight the WBA champ Callum Smith on his first fight under DAZN next year. That makes that fight huge again.
You know what the average age of the top 10 in the cruiserweight division is, Andrew? It's fucking 30 plus. It's an old division.
If Terrence Crawford does not hold it down, there's going to be a chance that we don't have a top 5 pound-for-pound guy for the first time ever in my life. I don't know about you. It has to be. It might be even be in boxing. Look at that list on BoxRec, Lee. You could say Leo Santa Cruz needs an American flag, but I do think he was born in Mexico, so that's why it might have that like that. Spence is fighting Garcia, but Garcia's not even ranked. Garcia's ranked 13th. He's not even ranked top 10 on BoxRec's pound-for-pound list, so you can't. None of those fighters can catapult, I believe, into the top 10 without fighting the top 10, correct? Like, they're doing nothing special. That's why I hate that matchup. For the perfectly, the boxing whisperer that Al Heyman's supposed to be, this fucking Spence-Garcia fight is such a mistimed fight. It does nothing for Spence if he beats the 2-weight division lower Mikey Garcia. Now, if Mikey wins, great. That's going to do something for him. But I don't know if it makes them top 10 because none of these guys are even number 1 in their own divisions. They did not fight the elite fighter in their fucking division. So why does this fight against each other make one of them elite in it? It doesn't. They wouldn't be. I don't know if they get catapulted to top 10. America wouldn't even have a top 10 in the pound for pound. Just a real sad time in our sport right now. We need some guy. Deontay needs to knock out Tyson Fury. He needs to hold it down for United States, get his butt back into the top 10 or get there for the first time. I don't know if he's ever been top 10. And Terrence Crawford just needs to keep on trucking. But yeah, what a low moment right now. I didn't even look at that until right now.
There you go.
We only have 2 guys that are rated top 15 in the world, Lee. 3. Spence, Garcia, and Crawford are the only ones holding it down. Leo Santa Cruz, he's got to give us half the credit, right? Just kidding. Move on.
By the way, Paul Cuff, good job on the betting and interacting at fightnetradio.com. Paul, if England decides to invade Ireland or Scotland again and institute prima nocta, let me know and I will leave the United States and join the British. I'm all for prima nocta. Do you know what prima nocta is, Andrew?
I think I seen it on The Mummy.
No, you didn't.
That was a character. That's the chick that's chasing him around, isn't it?
Prima nocta is the rights of English nobility to have sexual rights to the wife of any newly married man on the country they're sort of invading.
Yeah, that's what that chick is doing.
Wedding night rape, bro. Wedding night rape.
That's great, Lee.
Hashtag me too. This show covers everything.
Oh, jeez.
All right.
I did put it in. You didn't fucking talk about it.
Look, you ranked the order, ass.
No, Glasshouse.
Yes, yeah, that should have been before the other fight, before you went off on a fucking tirade.
Man.
You don't ever put the main event over. I read them in order you give them to me. You telling me I gotta pay attention now?
Oh, man. It's in the script, everyone. Lead it and read it.
It's the
right
one
there.
after the next fight, and you just covered it. So why do I now need to talk about Glowacki and the WBC champion
because
Maurice Bredis in the WBSS semifinal?
Yeah, see? It's the semifinal, which means he'll face Bredis that's in the main event, right? That's the final.
Can you really think of anybody who's interested in this besides you and Paul?
Yeah. Maybe, all Paul our Cuff. International fans.
Paul Cuff. We have one. Paul Cuff.
We don't have one. I had a guy from Ireland. Where is he from? Get a hold
Paul Cuff is from Europe. He's from England. We had this discussion on the website.
I know. And
as he puts it, he's a white European.